Hello everyone, I'm the Solar Gamer, and welcome back to Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth First Look. Right, this is my second game of the First Look, and for legal reasons, I have to state that 2K brought me out to their headquarters, all expenses paid, to play this game. It's one of the biggest controversies going around YouTube right now, and I thought that I would share that just for legal reasons, just in case something happens. I don't think something's going to happen, but just in case. Regardless, I think I'm going to play this a little bit more passively this time, as... you know, I really attacked the environment last time, and I went on a conquest spree for Brasilia. I took their capital of Citadela. So I'm going to choose the African Union, which grants 10% more food in the city when healthy. Now, I'm also going to choose refugees, which gives us +2 food in every city, which is great. Now, for a spacecraft, we have many choices to grab. I ultimately went with the tectonic scanner, which gave me, visibility to all of the strategic resources, which is great. Knowing them can definitely help you out with, your expansion. And for the cargo, I went with raw materials, which we begin with a clinic in the city, which is fantastic. The clinic starts with, some extra happiness, which is great. Okay, so last time I went with the Terran world, which is basically a bunch of different islands and continents. This time I'm going to go with the Protean world, which is basically like a Pangea world. One super large continent on this planet with a large ocean, obviously, and we are all on this one continent. On Earth, we were witness to a great sight, an orangutan, the last of its kind. Her eyes were empty. Any spark they once held drained by sadness. She knew. She knew that we were her last hope, and that we had failed her. As we settle these new lands, we must not repeat the mistakes of our fathers. We must protect the gifts of nature. Only then will we prosper. Yes, and that's what I tried to do in this Let's Play, like I said. I went ahead and tried to do a little bit more peacefully. Tried to do some expansion, because last time we actually didn't get to settle our second city. So in this time, you'll see me settle more cities, and get into more passive relations with the aliens. Now, I do have to mention that this is post-commentary, so I can't necessarily showcase everything at this point in time. But, regardless, I think I can still share, some good information. Like the fact that the rover... I didn't know this the last time I did the commentary, but the rover can actually recharge its module for excavation. So you use your excavation once, and if you don't have any additional modules, you can go back to the city and recharge your module so you can get another one. In this case, I didn't know of that knowledge when I was playing, so I can't really show you guys that, but I did inadvertently do that in this Let's Play that I will point out a little bit in the future. Oh, and Freeland popped down right away. Good.
The Commonwealth welcomes you.
Alright, so we have Australia. Awesome. And we're just going to explore the rest of the island. There's a lot of resources around here, including oil, or petroleum, which we can see right away. We have some alien nests. It's just fantastic. The alien worlds, like I said, just look amazing. Really. And it's really fun just to explore the world. I mean, that being said, the exploration part of this game is really limited. I mean... by the mid to late game, you might not know anything about the rest of the world. It is a very, very hostile environment, and your rover can get killed very, very easily. So, exploring can be really hard. That being said, if you go down a certain affinity path, you can actually save your rover, and aliens will not attack it, which is just fantastic. So the affinities grant you different bonuses, and it's great. It really is great, depending on which one you want to go down. Now, you will go down pretty much all of them, but you can definitely specialize by choosing certain technologies to go down a certain tree. Alright, so we just healed ourselves after going through all that miasma. Not the smartest, but that's alright. Okay, so what do we have around us? We have some fiber, which is great for plantation working. So we're going to go ahead and do that and gain some more production. Yes, good stuff. Alright, I think what I want to build now is an old Earth relic, of course, to grab some more culture. Yes. Now, the old Earth relic really isn't that defined. It could be anything, really. It could be the Mona Lisa, or it could be a clay pot. Who knows, really? Awesome. Brasilia settled.
The universe is either in progress or in entropy. We choose progress.
I choose progress too. Fantastic. We unlock the colonist, the trade convoy, trade depot, and a trade vessel. Yes, and we will be trading in this episode as well, so we'll show you guys the mechanics of that. Ah, a resource pod. Alright, now to pick a new tech. Let's go into ecology, because there's a couple different things in there that really look cool, like the ultrasonic fence, which, if built in a city, allows up to 2 tiles of protection from aliens, so they can't come into your land as long as it's, 2 tiles away from the city, which is perfect. And that resource pod granted us a solar collector, which, as you saw last time, grants additional energy on the tiles that it influences. Oh, okay, we got attacked by those drones and immediately killed. So like I said, it's going to be really hard to explore the planet, and you have to be prepared to lose a couple rovers. Alright, so that plantation's done. We're going to go work on the titanium, which requires a mine for 4 production. That's great. Plus, we also get titanium. Oh, we could develop a virtue. Right, so last time I went into might. This time I want to go into prosperity. And we're going to start by developing frugality, which is 10% food retained after a city grows. So it's kind of like the aqueduct in Civilization 5. And as you can see here, I'm cycling through some of these guys. And you can see what they benefit. So health, better stuff for the infrastructure. That's where you get your free settler, your free colonist, your free worker. So that's basically the liberty tree. If you want to compare it to Civilization 5, that's liberty. And right now I'm just testing out the diplomacy. He obviously turned down my gracious friendship. I don't know why. Rude. Not much religion right now because we lost our rover, but we'll get to that eventually. Alright, so a quest decision. Our relic has provoked an ideological split among our citizens. Some believe the old Earth relic is instrumental as a source of solace for grief people feel over the lost world. They want it left in reverent peace as a shrine. Others think it is a valuable repository of traditional wisdom. Yes, so we use the culture. So we're going to use that for more culture on that building, which is great. Several new ventures wish to establish their operation near our territory. They provide different services that may be useful to us. Red Sun is an energy operation specializing in high-density, high-output power generation. Step Mining is a leader in heavy metal extraction. Their deep core drilling rigs are some of the safest and most productive in operation. We approve Red Sun because, you know what? I didn't really care what they did. Red Sun, I'm the solar gamer. I had to choose it. I had to. Alright, so now we're in the building menu. We're going to work on the trade depot. Yes, get that done right away and see if we can start trading with the Red Sun. Now, one thing to know about trading is that you can't trade through miasma. They will not go through those tiles. So you're going to have to clear the miasma or find an alternate route.
When Coyote learned he was the only one of his kind on the new planet, his howl echoed through the rifts and off the distant hills.
That's awesome. I mean, it is kind of sad if you think about it, but I love how they added totally new quotes to the game, and really it's a new experience. Alright, we're going to go into engineering, which would unlock the thorium reactor, which grants us more energy production inside of the city, and also, I believe, a combat rover as well. Alright, we're going to develop another virtue, homesteading, 30% speed towards outpost growth. Now, as I told you before, outposts are the preliminary steps to creating a colony. You have to build an outpost first, and it's going to grow into a colony. Alright, let's go get that resource pod and see what it gave us. 16 research. Great. And we have a new quest decision. Since opening our clinic, the populace has been split by an ideological divide. We've already done this one. Should we give them health from clinics or defense? And I went with health, obviously, because health is more important. Well, in this case, because I want to expand. Okay. Lots of enemies over there. But we do have another visitor. Let's see. Oh, Tiangong. Right, we have the Pan-Asian Cooperative, which I confirmed was China and Mongolia, actually. Lots of interesting resources in the world. I mean, I don't really show you them personally. Once I get into the more personal, current Let's Play type of stuff, I will go over them more into detail. But really, they're just like regular resources in the world, like grain and deer.
Instruct the children not to dream of toys or sweets. Instruct them to dream of infrastructure.
Yes, thank you. Engineering. Lovely. Alright, we have our first opponent, but then I decide, you know what? Nope, I was doing this passive. I won't. He's free to go where he wants. And he did. Alright, we're going to work on genetics next. Oh! Mandira settled right there.
The temple doors of the Protectorate are open.
Right, the Cavathan Protectorate settled right next to my rover, which was fantastic, but also too close for comfort, in my opinion. Oh, station discovered, Shackleton. Where was that? Oh, right there. Perfect, another trade partner. Now, I will note that stations may not appear near you, and stations have, you know, a chance to be destroyed as well. Alright, so we just got a free worker unit, because we're going to have our colonist in one turn. And I was thinking I was going to settle up there, because of all the resources and the petroleum, but ultimately I think I settled down south towards the Nathaton Protectorate. I guess I went up there anyways. Okay, please note that I do apologize if I don't necessarily remember exactly what I did. This is post-commentary, and it's been a couple weeks. So, actually, no, I'm going down. Okay, I take that back. I was smart. Good. The one thing I did forget to move with my settler was my other worker, but we'll take care of that in a bit. Oh! Okay, accidentally went right into the tile of another alien, but I don't want to destroy anything, so I stayed clear away from the nest. And as you can see, there's a huge beastie kraken in the water. This thing is scary. I didn't go up against this in the playthrough, but that is a very, very scary alien. That's all I'm going to say. And they're attacking me. Of course they are. Well, that's okay. We'll go back up that. In fact, I might die, considering I really just don't have a lot of health left. Alright, now it is risky bringing my colonists out there without any defense. But hopefully nothing happens. We'll see. Yeah, there goes my rover. The things I do for peace, right? Not attacking you and all that, and... Ugh, rude. Right, the Slavic Federation has settled down. Over here. Yes, Krabost. Good. Nice. Alright, so we have the Slavic Federation. Alright, I think I'm going to settle down my outpost right here. And as I said, the outpost takes a while to set up. So as you can see, we only have one tile on that. Now, as it, sets up, you get a free soldier unit to defend it, but it's going to have to go around the entire hex to become a full-fledgling colony. Which is great. I actually like that feature because it doesn't start off, right away. You have to send units, you have to make it sustainable. So I really like this feature. Alright, well, we have the ability to build a trade convoy and a trade vessel, but we don't have anything to trade in the water, so I don't think that would be best to build that. We're going to build a trade convoy to hopefully send somewhere that's going to benefit us.
You go to war with the soldiers you have. Make sure those are the soldiers you want.
Alright, good. And of course, we will construct a farm right there and a generator right there. Perfect. And our trade convoy is done, actually. So we're going to go ahead and establish a trade route. And as you can see, all of the miasma tiles are in red. That means, obviously, we can't, trade with anything if it's blocked by miasma. So the best thing for us right now is going to be to Mandira because of the energy output. Again, energy is the currency in the game, and it's really good to have a nice supply of that. And the ultrasonic fence, yes, that's the one that prevents alien units from approaching within 2 tiles of the city, which is fantastic. Open borders. You know what? Yeah, sure. Why not? That's fine. Ooh, Jinsoku Labs. 2 science and 2 production, I believe that said. But that's a little bit out of the way, so we're not going to trade with that anytime soon. With the depot now built, we've been able to amass an adequate surplus of resources. The question is, what to do with our abundance of goods? Do we send it to our factories or allow our merchants freedom to trade with it? Yeah, more production. Production from trade depots, which is great. Now, there's actually an alien nest, right next to this city right down here. And that's the reason for all of those, alien activities, which is just really bad. Alright, so we're developing another virtue. We're just going to take a look here. So we're going to go ahead and grab a free settler unit and send him all the way over there. Because for some reason I thought that was smart. And I sent him alone too, which was great. Alright, yes, let's work together. I mean, we are close to each other, so we're going to have some conflicts in the future, so we might as well work together right now while we can. When we came to this planet, we brought a number of plants from old Earth. Yes, we've had this one before. Contain the outbreak, gain harmony, or ignore it and gain supremacy, and... Okay, I'm containing the outbreak. Perfect. Let's go down harmony. So at this point, I didn't know, if the settler unit could be captured. So I threw him out there, and basically, I for some reason in my head, I don't know why I did that. But it was the stupidest thing I did. Because they took it. And they killed it. So, don't do that, guys. That's for damn sure. Don't do... Oh, crashed satellite, though. That's pretty good. Yeah, so we're going to have to build an ultrasonic fence in Ian, which is going to take about 60 turns, which isn't that effective, so we really can't do that. So right now we're just going to battle them off if, you know, they come inside and start attacking. Ooh, Far Base 1, which is allowing us 1 soldier unit if we trade to it, which is great. Oh, and Fort Barker, which produces 1 missile rover unit, which is the artillery of the game. A lot of stations are plopping down right now, which is great. It's clear that the indigenous species of this planet may pose a threat to our growth. Though we cannot determine their intelligence, their hostility has been documented. Moving forward, we must decide how to deal with them. Do we attempt to domesticate the local wildlife or exterminate it? Domesticate. Yes, that's the way I want to go. Domestication. Camp Cascade. Right, 2 combat rovers. A lot of stations popping down. Alright, so there's a crash satellite over there that we're going to go ahead and work on. Oh, a unit was killed. Oh, the worker. Right, yes. That was not okay. So I decided, you know what? Vengeance. Absolutely. That's just not happening. You killed my worker. You know, that's just rude. It really is. So we just bought another one. Simple replacement. Oh, boy. Alright, take him out. Yeah, we really need an ultrasonic fence there. Now that we've completed our ultrasonic fence, we found a new application for the technology. At the moment, the fences are static, with a reach that goes beyond what we originally predicted. However, if we reverse the polarity, it will decrease the ultrasonic circumference, allowing the fence to become mobile. So we can reverse the polarity and put it onto our convoys, which means that they won't get attacked, or we could extend the tile radius by 1, which, I mean, that's great, but the convoy thing is just amazing. So now the convoys cannot be attacked by aliens. And excavate. Good. So we'll see what that's all about in a couple turns. Alright, let's protect our worker, because they are starting to come in a little bit closer now, and I don't want the same thing to happen again, because we can't buy another one. Now, I'd just like to note that our health is really bad. It's -4 right now, which isn't that good. It's actually stifling our growth quite a bit. So focusing on health would really, really help me out. Alright, the trade convoy is back. Let's send it back to Mandira. That seemed to work out in the past, so you might as well, right? Repeat. And I brought him out thinking that that tile wasn't safe, but it actually was, considering we built the ultrasonic fence, which was up to 2 tiles away, meaning the aliens couldn't attack my worker. I did get a little bit scared, though, considering my other worker got attacked, so I wasn't thinking clearly. It's a little bit easier now that, you know, I'm looking at this after a couple weeks, right? So I know what I'm doing wrong, and I can tell you guys better information. So technically, I would have been safe to build my generator there, but instead I brought him back. Alright, we have located the signal's origin. A probe belonging to the Ark. Uh-oh. The Ark never reached our new planet. That's not good at all. So the American Reclamation Corporation never made it here. Alright, so now we need to figure out why. So we can either recover it or don't risk contamination. And this rover is going to come all the way down to this expedition. Now, one thing I didn't notice at the time was that although I thought that I could go over there and you know, excavate it, I actually went through the city, picked up a new module, and then went out there. So inadvertently, I set myself up good there. Right here, I tried to buy the tile with the alien nest, thinking that might destroy it. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. So ultimately, I think I'll just build the ultrasonic fence, because it's going to be a little bit easier to maintain the alien population around here. Yeah, that alien nest didn't go away. Like, you know, barbarian encampments in Civilization 5, if you encompass them within your tiles, they will go away. In this case, they don't. So just keep that in mind. Alright, let's go ahead and excavate that. And we have a combat rover, which you saw at the end of last episode, which we battled. Yeah, that was fun. So they're like the APCs of the game. Alright, so we need more health. That's a given. So I think we need to build the Pharma Lab, which is going to give us 2 more health, which is perfect. Uh-oh. They're attacking. Well, defense should be a little bit easier, especially from this side, because they're attacking over a river. However, I don't know if that actually affects them, considering they're flying. So I'm not sure exactly what the modifier on that was. But I decided I would just retreat, because at that point, they were going to be hostile no matter what. And again, I'm trying to play this a little bit more passively than I did the last time. The last time I went gung-ho, attacked every alien I saw. This time, not so much. I'm trying to stay clear of that. I only attacked the one that took my worker out of vengeance, because that's what you do, you know? I mean, if you attack one alien, it's not going to be the end of the world. I mean, you will have to attack an alien.
When you meet a new neighbor, you greet her with heartfelt courtesy. So also will we get to know our new alien neighbors.
Perfect. Alright, so we now have the technology to work on the xenomass, which is perfect. The stewards at our Cyto nursery are reporting a monumental discovery. Through the study and hybridization of the indigenous fauna, we've managed to create a bioorganic mesh which mimics their cellular division. Integrating the mesh into our production would speed things along tremendously. Great. So we can either designate the mesh to unit production or city production. So we're going to do +1 production for the city, which is just going to really help us out. Alright, and we are pretty much healed up enough to go out there and start working on that resource. Uh-oh. We've noticed that you've been hunting for salvage and artifacts near our territory. Well, I will do what I want, thank you. 80 production from that one satellite. That's fantastic. There were survivors aboard the spacecraft. They were human once, but now they are something different. We are calling them the Augmented. Like us, they settled a new planet. But where our world sustains life, their world was harsh and violent. They tried to adapt by incorporating technology into their flesh, but in the end, even technology would not let them thrive in their home. The Augmented wish to live in our world. Shall we grant them refuge? Yeah, grant them refuge. Oh no, let them settle on their own. Yes, let them settle on their own. Now, the cool thing is that they actually set up shop. We have the Kia Gungans over there again, so the Gungans. So that's what the alien race was, which is actually pretty cool that they actually implemented that. So this is a miasmic repulsor. So what this does is it's a satellite that you launch into space, and it repulses all of the miasma in the tiles that it affects, which is fantastic. So all of that will be gone eventually. It would seem our business with the Augmented is not over. They've sent word requesting a trade. Apparently they managed to build a shelter from the wreckage of their ship. By all accounts, it is sufficient, but in order to build a life here, they will need resources, and those resources will have to come from us. So do we accept, or do we decline? Declining would give us more harmony and energy, but I want to trade with them, so we might as well just accept. No harm in that. And they're actually setting out a settler. I don't know where they were going, but it is kind of worrying considering there's not a lot of room between us and them, so... Open borders, yes, accept. Of course. Why not? Oh, wait. Why are they trying to get their settler through my land? That's not good. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part, but I think they suffer for it a little bit later. Trying to go directly into the alien nest, which was just awful. I don't know why they did that. But it's fun. It's fun seeing them get destroyed because they tried to expand rapidly like that. And so aggressively, might I add, too. They're just charging right on in. Yep. Goodbye. Good. Alright. No expansion for the Cavathans. Alright, it's time to develop a new virtue. Again, keeping down with the prosperity, I'm going to go into Pathfinders, which gives us more modules for each rover. As you can see, we have 3 additional modules on there. Our colonial grid is now powered by a thorium reactor. Already, its people have grown accustomed to its gentle hum and glow. So efficient is the reactor, it's barely working at capacity. If we pushed it further, we could divert the energy towards increased production speed, or we could use it to create new units and structures. So do we use it to create new units and structures, or production? Production it is.
We have discovered alien life on our new world. Unsurprisingly, it grows, reproduces, dies, and cannot understand French.
Of course, right. Alright, so we have the Alien Preserve unlocked, which gives us more culture, which is great. We should probably build that somewhere soon so we can develop more virtues, because they're fun. Alright, let's send our units out there so we can start working on some more things. Definitely want to improve more around the city, because we're not, you know, producing much in this city. It's just a starter right now. So we're going to build a mine to improve production. And with this worker, I'm going to go ahead and actually build a road down to Ion. I'm not sure if you pronounce it Ion. It's African, I know that. So I'm not sure exactly what the correct pronunciation would be of that. But we just sent our other trade convoy, which is lovely. Okay, our rover has made it down here. However, that alien nest is going to prove a little difficult to get by. Alright, keep on smidging by these aliens down here. It's very, very risky going by them, but we have to get by to explore more. That's just the problems we face as an exploratory force in this new world. Oh, one thing I should note is that the aliens actually heal in miasma. Yeah, so you gotta kind of watch out for that as well. Now, there is an ability later on down one of the affinity trees that actually allow you to heal in miasma as well. I think that's with Harmony, yes, because I believe Harmony focuses on integrating yourself with the environment. But yeah, that's just fantastic. If you can heal yourself with miasma, that'd be great. So, I mean, if you want to incorporate your empire into the alien landscape, definitely go down that. Because it'll definitely be a nice combat boost to heal yourself. Alright, squeeze on by. We made it out of there successfully without getting attacked, which is surprising, considering it was right next to the alien hive. Yes, you're delighted by the robust exchange of goods. Great! I'm glad. Although I don't like your combat rovers on my border. That could be a little troublesome. Now, we are approaching the end. Doing this a bit passively kind of speeds things up a lot. Not only that, but I know a little bit more about what I'm doing, so it's going faster because I know more. Let's take a look here. Our research shows that these aliens can not only be trained to perform complex tasks, but even show affection. How will this information affect our future relationship with these creatures? Should we put them to work on our farms or give them peaceful homes with our families? Adopt the wildlife. Absolutely.
What life was like on Earth when the whole atmosphere was breathable.
Yes, so now we have one level of harmony reached.
This morning I saw flocks in flight, herds moving about the plain, and listened to the sound of water mixing with the morning chorus. And I wept at the beauty of it all.
And we also have level 2 of harmony reached.
If you can, touch a siege worm as it moves by. That will teach you all you need to know about the insignificance of humanity.
And level 3 harmony reached, which is great. So, I'm going to show you guys the upgrades that you can grab here for the combat rover. Yes, look at this. This combat rover has tracks and everything. It's beautiful. So, we're going to go with 30% when attacking fortified units, because that's just great. Soldiers. Upgrade them to Marines. And 15% when... Okay, I just chose the healing one. Because I did. Because we only have 10 turns left, which isn't that much. African Union Armor is what they're called now, which is just great. Really. It's just awesome. But as I was saying, yes, being passive definitely speeds time up. And I was actually quite surprised when that time came up, because I wasn't even paying attention. But yeah, so we are approaching the end.
We, the dust of a dying world, must listen to the stones of a living one.
Okay, so we gained geophysics, which basically gives us the geothermal well. There's actually a geothermal well in Mandira to the left. That's what that orangey thing is, right there. Thank you for zooming in on that. That helps. And that's what that goes on. That's what that improvement's for. And right now, I'm just looking at some technology to complete before the end. So I queued up chemistry and physics to bring us home. Gain favors for 3 xenomass. How about no? Oh, I said yes! Well, excuse you, past Ryan. I didn't want to do that. Goodness me. Okay, so we have our cities connected up, which is fantastic. That's going to give us a little bit more money, you know, based on city connection.
A 4 billion-year-old world's worth of resources, shared among a handful of people. We're gonna make a fortune here.
Alright, awesome. So that unlocks the ability to use the petroleum, or at least build an improvement on it, which is great. Alright, so I'm surprised that our health hasn't gone positive since the beginning of the game. That's a bit of an issue that I should have been paying attention to. Luckily, this was just, you know, an early build that we got to test around. The planet's indigenous creatures have given us trouble for quite some time, but that is about to change. Now that we have a working alien preserve, we can study them in their natural habitat. What we learn from these aliens can be utilized within our daily lives, not just to make us stronger, but to make us more resilient to the dangers we face. Study the aliens' resilience or weakness, and we study the resilience. Yep, so we're just gonna keep exploring the area here. We've come into one of Australia's cities, or I shouldn't say cities, colonies, tiles. And of course, they're attacking the indigenous population. Something we've been striving not to do. But that's okay, because that's their beliefs. Sure, they can do whatever they want. Well, maybe they can't. Oh gosh, they're really engaging down there. Good, take them out. Kill the Australians. So close.
Consider a simple problem. such as navigation in a spaceship approaching light speed.
Right, yeah, that is a simple problem. Alright, we gained physics. Awesome. So now I have about 1 turn left, and before we go, I just want to say that I have one more video coming out. I played as the Slavic Federation, and I basically did like a mix of, you know, passive and hostile. I'm going to show you guys that sometime at the end of the week, and that'll be the last video for this first look of, you know, 100 turns, which has just been an absolute fun time. I absolutely loved 2K for doing this, and I cannot wait for Beyond Earth to come out on October 24th. So about 1 more month in a couple days. Yeah, so it's really, really close, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the final release. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and definitely stay tuned for more.